Okay, anyway. Right. So, okay, let's start with the first question. I have prepared for Bluecurt. Yeah, it is going to be the P4 topics, okay, that you need to revise through. Later on, when you do the Bluecurt, when you play the game with your friends, all right, you will also be going through all those P4 topics once again. So question 1 over here. Okay, following conditions are listed down for the seed germination. One of it is not a necessary condition. What is the one that is not necessary? Okay, let's see. Mean E, we will be trying out again later on. Try something. So don't worry. Yeah. Kahoot those who cannot, right? Okay, yeah, I see everybody typing in. Very good. So you all must participate. You participate, we can finish faster. When we finish faster, then at least we can play the game. Okay, now, what are the factors that you remember that affected germination? We call it the wow factors, right? What's the meaning of wow factors? What's the meaning? Hi, Xander. You didn't turn on the camera. Start your video, please. Then I can see you. What is the wow factor? Very good. So, okay, some of you already typed in. All right, mean E, you will see later. Okay, so wow factors. First one we talk about is water. Okay, some of you already put in. This represents oxygen. Okay, good. And then what do we have for the last one? Last one is warmth. So you tell me, for option A, air, out of the three wow factors, right? W-O-W, what do you think air represents? Because I saw some of you choosing air as the condition that's not needed. Yep. Okay, good. So what is inside air? Air, we have nitrogen. We have oxygen. Yeah. We have carbon dioxide. Okay. And of course, we have water vapor. Right now. So can you see that actually air contains oxygen? Yes or no? Just like human beings, we also breathe in the oxygen from the air, right? Okay, good. So next one, heat. Do you think heat is actually one of the factor under wow? We have W-O-W, right? So Sanvi say no, heat is not found there. What do you think? Let's see. Yeah, good. Some of you are suggesting maybe heat refers to warmth. In order to feel warm, you need to feel some heat, right? When there is warmth, there is also heat present. Okay, good. Sanvi, correct. So yes, this is actually representation of warmth. Then what is water? Water is water. So this one also have. Okay, so what is the one that is not required? Actually is sunlight. Remember, we can also put the seeds, right, in the cupboard. So when we put it in the cupboard, there's no light, but there is oxygen, there is water, there is warmth. So, yep, not necessary at all. Okay, so star here, seeds can germinate in the cupboard. Okay, so where there's no light. So answer is sunlight. Next one. Now, this is actually the table showing the types of gases in the air Then we talk about inhaled air and the exhaled air. What is the meaning of inhaled air? What is the meaning of inhaled air? When we say inhaled, means what? Breathed in. Very good, Calista. Okay, so this is the air that we breathe in. All right, so air that's breathed in. Exhaled air will be the air that we breathed out. Very good. Okay, so this is the air that we breathe out. So can you see the percentage composition? So originally, oxygen takes about 21%, the air that we are breathing in, right? But we used up some of the oxygen. We don't use up all, not possible. So when we breathe out, look at how much is left, 16%. Then look at the carbon dioxide, originally so little, 0.04%. Not even 1%, you know, only 0.04, but when our body uses the oxygen, it also will give out carbon dioxide, right? So look at the increase. From 0.04, it became 4. That's a lot, right? Increased by a lot. Yeah. Nitrogen stays the same, you know. So this actually stays the same. There is no change because our body will not require nitrogen. Doesn't use nitrogen at all. Water vapor. They say vary. What's the meaning of vary? Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Just like Singapore's weather, certain day we find that it's more humid than other days, right? Now, then you just walk, maybe outside your house along the corridor, you can start perspiring and you feel very sticky. Okay, the stickiness is due to water vapor in the air. So the air that we breathed out is very saturated in water vapor. Remember, I think I told you all to try this out. Okay, put your hand in front of you or put a mirror in front of you and breathe out, right? So you see a lot of the mist that is forming on the mirror. So that is why, okay, we say that there's a lot of water vapor in our exhaled air. So let's look at question 2 now. So just now was a quick revision. Question 2, diagram below shows human respiratory system. X represents the air that enters the body. So I have written down for you. You need to write down on your own, Solar. So the air that enters the body is X over here. Then Y represents the air that leaves the body, exhaled air. Which of the following statements about X and Y are correct? What do you think? Which of the following statements about X and Y are correct? Do you think X contains only oxygen? X is actually the inhaled air, right? And we looked at the table already just now. It cannot just be oxygen, so it's wrong. Y contains mainly carbon dioxide. Y is exhaled air, right? So you look at exhaled air. Is it just carbon dioxide mainly? No. Wrong. Okay. X contains more oxygen compared to Y. X contains more oxygen compared to Y. This is true, isn't it? So X, originally, it has got 21% oxygen. When we breathe out, it is only like 16% oxygen. Can you all see that? You all can recall, right? So C is correct. Then let's look at statement D. X enters the nose. The air enters the nose, travel down the gullet. Is it the gullet? Is this correct? So what is the one that is correct? Gullet is actually the food part, right? So when we swallow the food, it will go through the gullet. What do you think is the correct term? Zoe, want to try? Zoe? What do you think is this particular part that allows the air to flow? Yeah, that is correct. Okay, so this is supposed to be wind height instead. Okay, so this is wrong. Huh? So therefore, our answer is only A. Can see that? Okay, sure. So Min Yi, she will join later, is it? Then we wait for her, no problem. Tell her we will wait for her. You let her know lah, Miss Tay is aware. And then whenever she can, just quickly join in. Thank you so much. Question 3 now. Okay, diagram below shows blood vessels connecting some parts of the human body. So you have blood vessel A, B, C, and D. Now, what flows in the blood vessel? Blood, right? Okay, so blood is found inside the blood vessel. And the blood can actually contain different amount of substances depending on where it is traveling from and where it is going to. So look at the diagram very carefully, and you're supposed to answer the question here, describing what is found inside blood vessels A, B, C, D. Okay, in terms of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and digested food. So you're supposed to figure out, okay, which blood is actually rich in oxygen. So now my question to you is, which blood over here will actually have a lot of oxygen? Which is the blood? C. Is it the blood in blood vessel C? Okay, let's check. So this one, okay, rich in oxygen. Is that correct? Look at the blood. It came from the lungs. Very good. So when blood is at the lungs, right, it will take in a lot of oxygen, return a lot of the carbon dioxide. So after it has left the lungs, right, it wouldn't have so much of the carbon dioxide anymore. It's almost zero. So you have more of the oxygen. And then this blood goes to the heart. The heart is going to pump the blood that is rich in oxygen to all parts of the body, right? So as the blood is traveling towards all parts of the body, it reaches the small intestine, right? So when it reaches the small intestine, what can you say? And when it reaches the small intestine, after that it comes out, what can you say about A? You should have what? You should have something very special. Okay? You should have something very special. All right? And then, correct. Yeah. One more thing. Yes, Sanvi got it. Yeah. Sure. Thank you, Min Yi. No problem. Correct. So it will have lesser oxygen, more carbon dioxide, and it's going to have a lot of digested food. Well done. So there will be a lot of digested food, right? Because of the small intestine completing all the food digestion. So digested food will enter the blood, okay? Then, of course, you will have some carbon dioxide as well. Correct? Then after that, what else would you see? Okay, what else will you see? Lesser oxygen, yes, very good. Okay, so have we already gotten our answer? What is the answer over here? Let me see. I check your answer here. Okay, question 3, very good. So all of you got it right. Yeah. Okay, so answer is B. So what did Miss Tay do just now? Miss Tay actually went to each of the blood vessel and I took a look. Okay, so I started off with, okay, blood vessel C, right? Because it just left the lungs, it must be very rich in oxygen. Okay, and then the blood then goes to the heart to be pumped. To be pumped to what? All other parts of the body. And as it goes to the small intestine, okay, it is going to give oxygen to the small intestine, but at the same time, it will take the carbon dioxide as well as digested food. Okay, so that's how we solve the problem here. Next one. Which of the following objects contains cells? So we learned about cells already. Okay, cells actually belong to the living organisms, isn't it? Okay, so the only one over here is actually the tree branch. Unit of life, very good. So I can say that this topic is under unit of life.